It is all Swami's grace, and I would like to begin by offering my most humble pranams at the lotus feet of beloved Bhagwan. This is a story that I had heard from one of my brothers. This story is so beautiful, and I have narrated it multiple times, but I narrate it again and again because I feel very inspired listening to this story. And this story shows us what possibly we should ask from Swami, how we should wait for Swami, and what possibly is Swami looking for in a devotee. So here's the story. The story is of a boy called Krishnadasa. There was a village in which there was a Krishna temple, and this was a very special Krishna temple because legend goes that Lord Krishna would appear once a week before the priest, the head priest of the temple, and discuss and have an interaction with the priest once a week. That was the speciality of this temple in this village. And therefore everybody in the village and nearby villages would come to the priest with their own problems and prayers. They would offer it to him and say, when Krishna comes, please ask Krishna to solve this problem for us. And on that special day of the week, the Thursday, the crowds would be maximum because that is the day Krishna will come and solve the problems, right? So this priest also had his own schedule on Thursday. On Thursday, he will shut the main temple, he will offer food and wait, and Krishna will appear before him. And then Krishna will ask, so what is the news? Yem samacharam. Just like Swami would ask like that, he would come and ask, Yem samacharam, what news? Meaning, I'm ready to listen, tell me whatever. Tell me your problems, ask your doubt, ask your question. A golden opportunity, don't waste it. Because it's not often that Swami comes and asks, Yem samacharam, what is the news? What's new? Let me know. So Krishna would come and ask this priest, and this priest would tell, oh Krishna, this person is having this problem, please take care. This farmer's wife needs to get married. That person is having this problem, and that's it. And Krishna would answer some of them. Krishna would say, tell the person to wait, something or the other. And the next day, the priest would tell all the people. And the people would be happy. But irrespective of whatever it is, they will have their own problems again for the next week. Because problems never seem to end, right? We come to Swami telling Swami, just solve this one problem, it's enough for me. But after that, we have new things to ask. It's a never-ending list. Amidst all this was this boy Krishnadasa, who would come to the temple every day in the morning as soon as it opened. He would enter the premises and sit there. Sit speaking to nobody. Just looking and staring at the idol of Krishna throughout the day. And as he sat there, he would shed tears. He would be shedding tears and sitting till the time the priest would say that it's time to lock up the temple, we have to move. Then Krishnadasa gets up, wipes his tears, prayerfully and humbly walks out of the temple. Again to come back the next day and sit. And this had gone on for years now. So much so that the priest was very moved. So one Thursday, when Krishna appears before the priest says, Krishna, I have something very urgent to ask you. Krishna says, you didn't even offer me food today. What's so urgent that you're asking me that even before serving me food? The priest says, actually Krishna, today I even forgot to make as many dishes that I would make. Because this is something that's bothering me so much. He says, my dear priest, you haven't even offered me a seat to sit now. Oh yeah, Krishna, please sit, but this has been bothering me for quite a while now and I thought I'm going to ask you about it today. What is it that's bothering you? Krishnadasa. Yeah, what about Krishnadasa? Day to night he keeps sitting here and keeps shedding tears. I don't know, it's been years now. What is his problem? Krishna asks. The priest says, I don't know. He didn't tell you his problem? No. In fact, Krishna, on a couple of occasions, I've gone and asked him, tell me, what's your problem? But even as I ask him that, I feel I should not ask him because Krishna, what will he think of you? He will think that the priest is having more compassion than the Lord. I cannot bear to think that way, Krishna. You should ask him what is his problem. Because I don't know what he wants. Krishna says, okay. You go and ask him. Tell him that I asked to ask him what does he want. Okay. So go and ask him what he wants. And let me know. Usually I come only Thursdays, right? I'm not in a mood to eat now. I'm leaving. I'll come back tomorrow. Find out what he wants. And Krishna leaves that day without even partaking food, not listening to anything else. The priest is also surprised by this departure in the Lord's behavior, but he says, okay, fine. At least I have resolved one issue that's been going on for so many years. That boy, he's been crying so much for Krishna. That boy has been crying so much for Krishna, and it will be resolved now. So that day evening, the priest goes, tells Krishnadasa. Krishnadasa means the servant of Krishna. Dasa means servant. He says, oh Krishnadasa, I have some good news for you today. The Lord inquired about you. Krishna was asking about you. And Krishnadasa has a tear again in his eye. The priest is happy. He continues. He says, Krishna asked me to ask you what you wanted. Because he says, whatever it is, he will grant it to you. Krishnadasa says, oh priest, thank you so much. But the Krishna who knows that Krishnadasa is here, he also knows what my heart longs for. So, there's no need for me to tell anything. The priest is like, oh my God, I've just got a breakthrough with the Lord, and now you just state it, man, what you want. Why are you creating such a problem for me? Just tell me what is it that you want. I will go and tell Krishna, and Krishna will give it to you. You want something, right? Just tell it to me. This he doesn't tell it physically. This is what is going on in his mind. Then he tells Krishna, okay, fine. Fine. You don't want to tell me. It's personal between you and Krishna. Okay. Krishna knows. But just tell me, can I tell Krishna that just fulfill that? I mean, that is what Krishna has asked me to find out. I am not doing on my own. Krishna has asked me, that's why I am asking you. Shall I tell him that if he fulfills that, that's enough for you? And Krishnadasa says, dear priest, Krishna knows if it is to be fulfilled or not. If he decides to fulfill it, I am happy. If he decides not to fulfill it, I am happy. Now the priest is literally feeling like plucking his hair. Oh my God, agree to something, man. Krishna tells, find out from you, and you says Krishna knows. You, the Lord and the devotee, are playing football with me. So the next day he goes, and Krishna comes and says, tell me priest, what does Krishnadasa want? I don't know Krishna, he is not ready to tell me. He says, you already know what he wants. I thought so. Okay, so I will grant it then. Fine, that's what he wants, right? Actually, Krishna, he doesn't want you to fulfill it or not fulfill it. He has no desire. He says, if you want, you fulfill it. So I cannot tell you that, I cannot even tell you that he wants you to fulfill it. And now, in Krishna's eyes, there are tears. And Krishna begins to dance in joy. And he says, I knew it. And the priest is wondering, what did you know? What are you dancing? What happened? Krishna, what happened? What did you know? Krishna says, I knew it. He says, oh priest, tell me when you are in trouble, whom do you turn to? You, Krishna. You know something? You all turn to me a little more on Thursday than any other days. Krishna, because that's the day you come. But what about other days? Krishna, I agree. I agree that our devotion to you seems stronger and better on Thursday because we are going to meet you. Other days we get lost in our own stuff. Is that fair? No, Krishna, it's not right, but you know something, Krishna? You're an ocean of love. You're an ocean of mercy. You're so kind. We know that even if we forget you, you will not forget us. Because Krishna, your love for us is so pure. It's so selfless. I know we take it for granted at times. But you are helpless, Krishna. You are helpless because you have selfless love. Krishna says, yes, God is indeed helpless because God has selfless love. But you know something, my dear priest? I too crave for love like that. I too crave for love like that. And you know something? I get that from Krishnadasa. Even if I don't talk to him, even if I don't resolve anything of his, even if I don't grant anything to him, I know he won't let go of me. I know that his love for me is selfless. I know that his love for me is pure. You know, all of you, if you tear open your hearts, you find me there, right? Because I am your support. Priest, tear open my heart, you will find Krishnadasa there. Because he is my support. You crave for selfless love and you get it from your Krishna. I yearn for selfless love and I get it from myself, Krishnadasa. That is why he is not asking you for anything. That is why he is not telling you to tell me anything. Because he is selfless. And trust me, priest, I am not giving him anything because there is nothing that I have that he doesn't. The only possession of the Lord is selfless love. And once we make that our possession, we become the Lord. Me becomes Swami. That is Swami's message for us throughout his life. There is no difference between you and me. I am God and I know it. You are God, you don't know it. That's because from tip of my hair to the tip of my toe, I am selflessness. Swami is selflessness. That's what it is. Swami says love is selflessness, self is lovelessness. So beautiful, so concise, and sums up everything in this universe. As I said, this is a story, the story of Krishnadasa, that inspires me, that motivates me, that gives me an ideal. May we all become the Lord's support. You know, if I say that when I am in trouble, I turn to Swami, Swami is my support, there's nothing great in that. Even the birds and the bees turn to the Lord for support. Can we love Swami selflessly? Can we love him without expectation? Can we love him with a firm conviction that he will do everything that is only for our good? Can we love him in such a manner that Swami says, hey, you are my support. I can depend on you. I know that even if I don't give you anything, you will never leave me. That's why when I tear open my heart, you'll find yourself there. That's my ideal. That's my goal. And I pray to Swami that may all of us become like Krishnadasa. Become Krishnadasa. May we become Sai Dasa by offering our entire love to him and remembering every moment that whatever we are receiving in life, whatever we get in life, has been planned for us by Swami for our own good. And therefore, whatever comes, may we accept it with gratitude and love as Swami's prasadam.